We're told the past was primitive. Stone tools, simple minds, fires in the dark. We're told our ancestors were hunters and farmers, builders with stone and sweat, who sparked fire by rubbing sticks together, but scattered across the earth. Are artifacts that seem centuries, sometimes millennia, ahead of their time. Machines too complex to recreate. Materials stronger than anything we forge today. Monuments built with math we've only just begun to understand. These weren't myths. They were engineered, designed, then buried. Some vanished without a trace. Some were hidden, and some were erased. It raises a question. What if human innovation isn't as linear as we believed? Maybe we didn't invent everything. Maybe we just picked up the pieces. These are the 10 ancient technologies that remain unexplained or barely understood by modern science. And the first was hidden for over 10,000 years. A secret buried in plain sight until it shattered history. Number 10 is the Göbekli Tepe, the temple that shouldn't exist. Before writing, before wheels, before pyramids ever touched the sky, someone built this. Göbekli Tepe, 12,000 years old, older than any city, any alphabet, any known civilization. It predates the pyramids by 7,000 years, Stonehenge by 6,000, and it wasn't built by kings or empires, but by hunter-gatherers. No cities, no metal tools, no wheels, and yet they carved 20-ton stones with mathematical precision, aligned with stars, inscribed with a lost language. Then they buried it, sealed it layer by layer, as if they feared it would be found. This wasn't just a temple, it was a message from a time we're not supposed to remember. So if this is what hunter-gatherers built, what else did they leave behind? And how much of their world have we buried? Because halfway across the world, another mystery lies in stone, one that moves when the earth does. Number 9 is the Inca earthquake-proof walls, ancient anti-seismic tech. In the heights of the Andes, stone that flexes like living skin, no mortar, no error. Each stone carved to fit like flesh. This is Inca engineering. Blocks over 100 tons, locked without cement, cut and carried, uphill. And when earthquakes strike, they don't fall, they flex, they absorb, then reset. Modern engineers call it seismic resistance. The Inca left no manuals, no calculations. They had no written plans, no mathematical formulas, just an inherited mastery, passed down through generations, unrecorded but exact. But ask them how it was done, and the answer is always the same. We didn't build it. Legends speak of a people before time, of a civilization older than memory, whose methods vanished long before history began recording them. No blueprints, no name. Just walls that stand while empires fall. But while stone held secrets in the Andes, a tribe in Africa whispered knowledge from the sky. Number 8 is the Dogon tribe, secrets of an invisible star. In the cliffs of Mali, the Dogon spoke of Sirius and a second star, one that can't be seen. They called it Potolo. They said it orbited Sirius every 50 years, invisible, dense, made of something heavier than iron. Here's the thing. Western science didn't confirm Sirius B until 1970. The Dogon? They knew centuries before. No telescopes, no books, just oral memory, passed like sacred code. They also speak of the Namo, sky beings who brought wisdom and warnings. Science says it's coincidence. Anthropologists say outside influence, but nothing explains the accuracy or the timing. They knew what no one else did, still do, and their secrets are written in stars we haven't found yet. But while the Dogon watched the sky, in the jungle another culture carved the cosmos into the earth. Number 7 is the Angkor Wat, a lost megacity aligned with the heavens. In Cambodia's jungle, a stone city rises like a forgotten star map. Angkor Wat, built in the 12th century, spanning over 150 square miles, not just massive, mathematical. The towers mimic cosmic peaks. The corridors trace solar calendars. The central spire, aligned to the equinox sunrise perfectly, with no telescopes, no calculators, just knowledge passed in silence. Today, satellites reveal a buried metropolis, roads, reservoirs, temples swallowed by vines. This wasn't just a temple. It was the heart of a lost civilization, charting time in stone, then vanishing. So who were they building for? The gods, or something watching from above? And in the tombs of Egypt, one carving may answer that question with light. Number 6 is the Dendera light. Did Egypt use electricity? Deep beneath an Egyptian temple lies a room few are allowed to enter. Inside, a carving, a giant bulb. Inside, what looks like a twisted filament or energy stream, a cord at the base. To scholars, symbolism. To engineers, a working plasma lamp. The chamber shows no soot, no burn marks, no fire. So how did they light the deepest tombs? How did they carve in darkness? In 2000, a team of Austrian engineers from the Vienna Technical Museum rebuilt the device. It worked. It lit up. Ancient power reawakened. What if this wasn't art? What if it was a blueprint? We found no manuals, no explanation, just a light, carved in silence. But one light isn't proof of power until you find another, not in Egypt, but buried beneath the sands of Mesopotamia. Where civilization was born, they uncovered something stranger. A clay jar, wrapped in mystery, sealed with bitumen, and charged with a question no one wants to answer. Did the ancients master electricity? Number 5 is the Baghdad Battery, ancient power. They never taught us. In 1938, near Baghdad, archaeologist Wilhelm König discovered a 2,000-year-old object. That didn't belong. A clay jar. Inside, a copper cylinder, an iron rod, and traces of acidic residue. It wasn't a vase. It wasn't ceremonial. It was, by design, electrochemical. When filled with vinegar or lemon juice, it produces electricity. Not a theory, a fact, tested, proven. It's called the Baghdad Battery, and it works. But what were they powering? 2,000 years ago? Some suggest electroplating, gold onto silver. Others think it was used in medicine or spiritual rituals. But no texts remain, no instructions, just this jar. And its silence. Mainstream scholars dismiss it as coincidence, a mistake of history. But how many coincidences does it take before it's a pattern? The ancient world spoke through stone, but maybe. It also sparked with current. We think we invented electricity, but maybe we rediscovered it. And if a clay jar can hold power, what else is still humming beneath our feet? Number 4 is the Damascus steel, the lost supermetal. Even NASA couldn't replicate. Centuries ago, from forges hidden deep in the east, came blades that bent without breaking and cut through metal like silk. This was Damascus steel, not legend, not lore. A real metal, forged by ancient hands, with a touch we still don't fully understand. Its secret? Woots an ultra-pure crucible steel from India. Inside, carbon aligned itself into invisible lattices, too small for ancient eyes to see, but deadly in their design. Modern analysis revealed the impossible: carbon nanotubes, microscopic carbides, self-assembling patterns. That made these blades nearly unbreakable. They shimmered not with decoration, but with structure, like the metal itself was alive. NASA studied it. Top metallurgists tried to replicate it. We've made imitations, but with all our tech, no one can forge it the same way, without losing what made it real. By the 1700s, it vanished. Trade routes collapsed, the old masters died, and no blueprint was ever written. It wasn't just steel, it was knowledge, passed from fire to fire, until silence claimed it. Today, the blades remain, but the forge is cold, the secret is gone, and all that's left is a metal we still can't fully explain. Damascus was forged in fire and faded into silence. But silence doesn't mean stillness, because beneath the Aegean Sea, something was ticking, not molten, not myth, but metal, moving, measured. It wasn't a sword, it wasn't a symbol, it was a machine. That shouldn't exist. Number 3 is the Antikythera Mechanism, a 2,000-year-old computer science can't explain. 1901, off the coast of Antikythera, Greece, sponge divers descend and rise with fragments, corroded, encrusted, dismissed. Until someone looked closer. Bronze gears, tiny teeth, interlocked with clockmaker precision. Over 30 wheels, all calibrated, all calculating. The device mapped the movements of the sun, the moon, and predicted eclipses centuries in advance. It didn't tell time. It told space. 2,000 years old. Yet no tech like it appeared again for over 1,000. This wasn't trial and error. This was engineering, differential gearing, long before we even had the term. Mechanisms so complex, modern scientists had to X-ray the fragments, just to glimpse the blueprint. No instructions, no duplicates, no legacy. Where was the factory? Where were the others? Did one mind build it? Or an entire forgotten science? Because if this was real, then everything we know about ancient intelligence is wrong. The past didn't forget how to build machines. We forgot they ever did. An ancient machine lost in the sea, but some secrets aren't lost at all. They're buried in stone and guarded by silence. Number 2 is the Great Pyramid's hidden chambers. Why are scientists still silent? The Great Pyramid. Built with no computers, no cranes, no blueprint, yet 4,500 years later, it still holds something no one's dared to open. In 2017, scientists aimed cosmic ray detectors straight at it. Muon scans, space particles, used to peer inside dense stone. And what they saw shouldn't exist. A void, 100 feet long, perfectly aligned, completely sealed, no tunnels, no entrances, no air. It wasn't guesswork. It was confirmed by 3 separate teams, across 3 countries, same results, same silence. They told the world, then locked the story away. No excavations, no robots, no answers. Why? What are they afraid to find? A tomb sealed for eternity? A chamber never meant to be opened? Or something built for a purpose we still don't understand? 4 millennia of dust and silence, guarding a secret above the Grand Gallery. And still, no one has gone in. Stone silence guards secrets. But now, we break through the veil to a map that shakes the foundation of history itself. Number 1 is the Piri Reis map, an ancient chart that defies explanation. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis sketched a map on delicate gazelle skin, a map that stunned the world centuries later. It depicts Africa, Europe, and a southern landmass. Some say Antarctica, ice-free, mapped long before its official discovery. How? With 16th century tools? Impossible. Piri Reis wrote he used ancient charts, some from the time of Alexander the Great, even older. Maps now lost to time. Who charted these forgotten lands? What vanished civilizations gave us this knowledge? The map challenges everything: our history, our science, our understanding of the past. If such a map exists, then the story of human discovery is far from over. From lost temples to ancient tech, from unbreakable steel to mind-bending machines, and maps that rewrite the past. This is no mere history lesson. It's a call to awaken, to dig deeper, to question everything. Because the truth is stranger, darker, and more magnificent than we've dared to imagine. And it's still waiting, right beneath our feet. History was wild. We've got the receipt, people. Oh yeah, the past must be crazy.